So we were last here on June 1st. There was a motion to modify as well as a contempt. Mr. Lodice was found in contempt and incarcerated with a purge. That purge has been paid. So the next continuance for the motion to modify is July 11th at 2 p.m. And I believe Ms. Antar wanted to address the court in regards to that court date.
To the July 11th?
Correct, July 11th for a special hearing at 2 p.m.
And you said the purge was paid?
The purge was paid, correct.
What was the amount of the purge?
The purge was $2,160.
$2,160. Okay.
Correct.
And you said there's a motion to modify?
There were multiple motions, Your Honor, that were filed.
Currently, the one that's pending, Your Honor, is motion 148. There are family matters addressed as well, but for our purposes, it's down for a special hearing on Monday, July 11th at 2 p.m. They have the entire afternoon.
148.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I see that here. All right, good morning, Ms. Antar.
Good morning.
With regard to the contempt first, it looks like Mr. Lodice has paid the purge balance, and therefore the court is prepared to conclude that contempt. Would you like to comment on this?
I would. I would like to say that Mr. Lodice only paid that amount after he was incarcerated. He stated on June 1st to the judge that he would start making the weekly he promised that he would start making the weekly payments, including the arrearage that the judge said to start paying on June 1st. He said, I have the money now, I'll start paying it. The judge ordered the purge. He then said he didn't have the money, and he was able to pay it the very next day and got out in less than 24 hours. Since then, he has not paid a single dollar to support enforcement at all. I have not received any of the money that he paid from the purge because he didn't pay it until he was already in the Department of Corrections. I haven't received any child support at all since December of 2021, and prior to that, the only money he was paying was coming out of his unemployment. Once the unemployment stopped, he didn't pay a single dime. He said he will not pay anything unless a judge forces him to do so. He says the only reason he paid was to get out of jail, not because he wanted to pay the child support. He says he has no intention of paying at all unless ordered and forced by the court. So I just think that it's really, upsetting to see that this is the only way to get him to pay, especially after he was also told on April 12th by Judge Price Borland in family court to start paying, to continue to pay the child support by April 15th, 2022 at 6 p.m. He never paid. That was brought up on the 1st, and now he still has not made any payments. And we went to court yesterday in family court as well, and he stated that he was going to try to make payments, but he told me afterwards that he has no intention of paying unless he's locked up again.
Okay. Well, Ms. Antar, once a purge is set in these contempt matters and it's paid, then the court has no other option but to conclude that contempt. So the court is going to conclude this contempt today, but that doesn't stop you from filing another motion if he's not paying. And what the claims that you just made before the court today should be brought up when the contempt comes in again. And, the magistrates have different options that they can pursue to make sure he continues to pay on a weekly basis.
Okay, and then as far as the modification, on June 1st, we requested the date to be July 11th because we were going to wait until the June 28th hearing in front of family court regarding the discovery. And yesterday, there was no resolution or order regarding the discovery. We were actually sent to family relations, and then at the end of the day, they said they were going to schedule us again for a mediation and then another court date in August. Mm-hmm. So I was seeing if we could potentially move that modification date to maybe possibly September once we're able to clear things up with the family.
Sure. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Your Honor, just to clarify that, did you go down to the clerk's office to speak to anybody about what happened yesterday?
I called the clerk's office this morning and I spoke to them about it.
I spoke to you.
Yeah.
But I told you to go to the clerk's office. Did you check to see what the actual order was?
No, I just came straight here.
Okay. Your Honor, if you want to pass it briefly, I can see if there's even going to be a family court date in the future. I would have to talk to Nancy. I don't know if anything's been processed yet from yesterday.
Right, but that still would not prevent this court to continue this matter out.
Right, but what I'm saying is the reason she's asking for the continuance, I believe, is to see if anything happens in family court that would affect this court. If there's not going to be a family court date in the future, then it's moot.
Right.
Well, I'm saying because of the discovery. So the whole thing, it's not about the other custody issues. It's about the motion for financial discovery, which this will determine whether or not there should be modifying the child support. And that was not decided on yesterday like it was supposed to be. So since then, that's why I'm asking if we can push this out. By then, I believe that we should have some, give the defendant a chance to actually provide the documents we're asking for and have a chance to go over it.
Okay. The court will pass it, but I don't think it has any bearing.
The only reason I brought that up, Your Honor, is I don't see a continuance date in family yet.
In family?
Yeah.
Is there anything going on currently in family court, Ms. Antar?
So when we left off yesterday, it was almost 5 o'clock. The judge had left. The family relations worker who we were with stated that she was going to contact us within 28 days to schedule us for a mediation with me, the defendant, and her. Mm-hmm. And then after that, we would have a court date in August to make whatever we decide in the mediation final.
All right.
Okay, so yeah,
So that's helpful.
In that case, I wouldn't see it yet.
Yeah,
So,
why don't we just go in mid-September sometime?
And still a special hearing, Your Honor, for that? Because it's down right
it
now.
sounds like it's going to need a special hearing.
Okay, so mid-September, you said?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We can do September 12th, Your Honor. The whole day is open, so if they want the full morning block or the full afternoon block, whatever's easier, so that'd be either 10 a.m. or 2 p.m.
September 12th?
September 12th. Yeah, let's do 2 p.m.
And
So the motion to modify is continued to September 12th at 2 p.m. Or to ask that a notice be sent to the defendant.
And we're vacating the July 11th date?
Yes, the July 11th date is vacated. The court, with regards to the contempt motion, the court finds that the defendant is in compliance as he paid the full balance of the purge, and the contempt is concluded. The motion to modify is continued to September 12th at 2 p.m.
If you file a new contempt, I'll put it on the same day.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Any other questions, Ms. Antar? Anything else?
That's all. Thank you,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
excuse, ma'am. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.